I recently introduced a new service where you can do mock interviews, record them, and practice, and then have me review your answers. It's a service where questions are going to get thrown at you along different topics. You'll record your answers, and I'm going to give you advice about how you could do it better, or give you an atta-girl or an atta-boy afterwards. So if you go to thebiggamehunter.us/mock, that's going to take you to the site, and I do hope you find it helpful. It has helped a bunch of people. Now, let's get going. Episode 2138 of the #1 podcast and Apple Podcast for job search. This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. Today's show is one where I answer a question from someone or a curiosity from someone about why is it that recruiters always want you to call right after the interview. Hope you find this useful. Hope you give it a great review wherever you listen to the show. And we'll be back in just one moment. As you know, I'm a big believer in professional branding. And Anchor makes podcasts as a branding tool very, very easy. It's free! And here what you can do is you can record something offline and upload it. You can record something on your phone and deliver it to them. They handle it from there. You can even make money with advertising on your show. Let me also say that they make distribution to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, like 9 or 10 different services. Very, very easy. So if you're interested in exploring podcasting or you have an existing podcast of your own, move it over to Anchor, start a podcast here. You won't regret it. Today I want to talk with you about the importance of debriefing a recruiter after your job interview and why it makes sense for you. Now, I've done recruiting for 40 plus years now, as I said, and I like to hear from a job applicant afterwards. Why? Not because I expect to instantly be on the phone with the hiring manager, talking with them about your side of this, but part of this is about preparation. I will be talking with them. I want to know what your thoughts were, what you thought happened, where the rough edges were. I want to have the opportunity to prepare for that conversation with the hiring manager who has questions about you, something you said, your motivations, what have you. I also want to be prepared in case we're doing salary negotiation in the conversation. I want to know what your thoughts are. I want to honestly be able to answer the question, so what did she think, with the honest answer. I'm not going to lie for you because I have to live with the consequences afterwards. I have to hear from the hiring manager, if they still want to do business with me, if there's a lie told. I won't do it for you. I need to know the truth so I can do my job properly. So telling me what your thoughts were, what the rough edges were in the interview, what questions you have, gives me the opportunity to address it with the client, with the hiring manager, so that your needs are satisfied and theirs are too. I can deal with it in the first call. I can't deal with it in the follow-up. Why? Because they don't think you're interested if you didn't get to me right afterwards. So always get to the recruiter. It's not like you don't have a cell phone. A few minutes after the interview, on your way back to the office, on your way home, if they're not there or not available, leave a voicemail for them. Talk with them about how long you were there. There's a cue to whether or not you did well with a 10-minute interview versus a 2 or 3 hour interview. Tell them who you spoke with, the kind of questions that they were asked, how you responded, the positive reaction you got to certain things, the rough edges that you picked up on, what your thoughts are about the position, whether you're interested in the job or not, why, what do you like about this position or what you don't like about this job. Tell them you're thinking about the role and ask them to get back to you after they've heard from the client. They may call you before then to get some clarifying points, but help them help you.
they can influence. They don't make the decision, but they can influence the hiring manager into choosing you by smoothing out some of those rough edges. Not all the time. Sometimes you just dug a hole for yourself too deep. But if the hole isn't deep and the client has some questions, they can smooth things over for you so that you can get the offer and then make your choice.
So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few things I can do to help you with your job search beyond simply being your coach. First of all, I've got a new book out called The Right Answers to Tough Interview Questions. It is like a cookbook with answers to tons of interview questions that you're going to be asked on interviews. And if you pair it up with my other new book, The Ultimate Job Interview Framework, they are a terrific pair of books to help you with interviewing. In addition, I have a new service where you can practice mock interviews. If you go to thebiggamehunter.us/mock, I've got a service there, very inexpensive, like $99, where we have mock interviews set up. I'm going to be adding more to it very soon, but you can record your answers to them, and then I can critique them and help you perform better on them. You probably have noticed my show notes are pretty thorough with products and services that can help you with your search. And connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/thebiggamehunter. Lastly, my website has a ton of great information. That's thebiggamehunter.us. Now, if you're not ready to go there and go through the blog, put the address in your phone, thebiggamehunter.us, Jeff Altman. So this way, when you're ready to go, you have a way of getting back to my website. Hope you have a terrific day, and most importantly, be great!